Peggy 3.
Hello and welcome to The Boot Room, the show that aims to guide you through the funny old game that is football. As always, Darren Cross from Match Magazine joins me in the studio, and this week we're talking about celebrations. They are a lot of fun, and there's quite a few of them, aren't there?
Yeah, there are loads, and we're going to look at our favourites and how you can do them once you've stuck the ball in the net.
Okay, before we go into the set moves, you can just run around the pitch wildly waving your arms around, can't you?
Yeah, you can do lots of different things, and different combinations of buttons will sort of trigger different celebrations. So if you hold A, you do the signature move of your player if he's got one. You can hold B to raise one arm, hold X to do a thumbs up, hold Y to do an ear twist. And there's loads of other different celebrations you can trigger by pressing different button combinations after that.
I find a good thing to do is just sometimes mash the controller and just see what comes out.
Exactly, yeah, yeah, I do, and you can come up with all kinds of funny celebrations that you weren't expecting. So it is a good idea, but I do like to have a few in the bank that I know how to do.
Now let's run through some of our favourite celebrations. My favourite, without a doubt, is the brick fall. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, that is a really cool one. I do use that quite a lot as well. So to do the brick fall, you hold left trigger and then you hold the right stick to the left, and that'll just make your guy sort of dive bomb straight onto the ground, really.
And it's worth bearing in mind, any of these celebrations we're going through, stay away from other players because they're going to intercept you and give you a big hug, aren't they?
Yeah, they can do. If you've got a specific celebration in mind that you want to do, you need to keep away from your teammates because often they'll grab you and sort of give you a hug or pull you into another sort of celebration. So make a bit of space first and then use the buttons to trigger the celebration you want. Do
you have any other favourites that spring to mind, ones that you don't need to unlock?
Yeah, I like to do the bow sometimes. So to do that, I'll hold LB and then flick the right stick up and down. But my number one favourite is a combination of two celebrations, which is the Shhhhh followed by the Can You Hear Me. That's really cool. And to do it, you run around wildly using the left stick, and then you hold the right stick to the right to Shhhhh, and then the right stick to the left to finish off with a Can You Hear Me, which, as you'll see, is kind of putting your sort of hand up towards your ear.
I always find running over to the other end of the pitch to do that always causes fury as well to the player I'm playing against.
Either that or running straight down the centre of the screen. As you can imagine, the guy sitting at home looking at his TV with your guy in front of him doing the Shhhhh celebration, it can get a bit frustrating.
Especially with a last-minute goal. Always good to rub it in. Now, as we mentioned earlier, there are some moves you unlock in the catalogue in EA Sports Football Club, so let's go through some of your favourites.
Okay, cool. Let's start with the Prancing Bird, which is available at level 1. Once you've bought that, all you have to do to initiate it is hold RB and press X.
Very elegant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that one. And then once you get to level 6, you can unlock the If I Catch You, which is another smart celebration, and you do that by holding the right trigger down and then pressing the right stick in. Yeah,
that certainly is quite a merry dance. Next we've got the Muscle Flex, haven't we, which of course has been made famous by a certain notorious footballer.
Yeah, that's right. This isn't unlockable until level 16, but once you get it, it's good fun to use. And when you've scored, you need to hold right bumper and then flick the right stick up, then down. Then at level 21, there's another celebration that's been made quite famous by a Prem player, which is the Kiss the Pitch. And after you've scored, to do that, you need to hold right trigger down and then press B twice.
Right, let's move on to some higher level unlocks. Now these are getting quite special now, they're really fun to watch.
Yeah, they are, and I mean, it does take quite a lot of work to unlock some of them, but it can be really worth it because some of them are very cool. And one of the ones I really like is the Peacock celebration, and when you see that, you'll know which player made it famous. That's unlockable at level 31, and to do it, you need to hold right bumper down and then press B twice.
The next one's a rather odd looking one, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a funny one at level 36 called the Pitbull, which, as you'll see, it sort of involves your player getting down on the floor and walking around like a dog.
Whoever made that famous?
I actually don't know, yeah, I'll have to look that one up. But to do it anyway, you score and then hold right bumper and press B once.
And finally, we've got one for the ultimate show-off, don't we?
Yeah, the one-armed push-ups. Not something that I can do in real life, but I can do it in FIFA. And so basically, when you get to level 41, you can unlock this for 600 coins. So to do this, hold right bumper and then move the right stick right and then left.
Some great celebrations there, Darren. Have you got a wish list for FIFA 14? My two ones would be YMCA and Gangnam Style.
I'd really like to see £1 fish.
Very, very cheap. Next week we'll be looking at penalties. Join us then on The Boot Room.